This one is mainly about human teeth, why we have them, and how they're used. And so you want to have the kids like feel the shape of their teeth with their tongue. So everybody go ahead and do that. And you want to know like how many different teeth do you feel, what are their shapes, and just kind of solicit a discussion from them. And then have them move their jaw from side to side, and why do you think their jaws are built this way that they can do that. And then show the human tooth diagram. I was going to buy one of these, but they were like 60 bucks, so Jennifer Waters here in town loaned it to me, our gal that always comes to math and science night. So, and then when we're done with this, we always want to put this back in the box. And then we also have this human diagram of the teeth. And you can wipe this off, it's laminated, and you can have them color code where the incisors are, where the canines are, the premolars and the molars. So that would take a few minutes to do that. And then go ahead and show the human skull and have students describe the jaw, the kinds and shape and number of teeth, and then they can feel, we want them to actually touch all of these skulls really carefully. So like if you're holding it or something, or you set it down on a table, have them do like a 2-finger touch. That's going to be our rule on all the skulls. But we want them to handle these, we want them to touch them and feel them, that's why we got them. We just have to be really careful. A lot of the skulls that we have are synthetic, like the walrus over there, and the elephant molar, some of these other, this is synthetic, and then some of them are actually real and super fragile. So, but anyway, you want them to count the teeth, pick out the incisors, the canines, the premolars, and the molars, and then tell them they may notice, I think this is the next one, find the same teeth in their own mouths with their tongue, not their fingers. They might start, if they had just been touching the skull, they might go to touch their mouth. Tell them to do it with their tongue only, for obvious reasons. And then you can get hand mirrors. I may throw some in, I don't have them yet, but throw some hand mirrors in there by Monday, just so they can kind of look in their own mouth with a mirror and look at their teeth in ways they never have before. And then discuss the type of food that humans eat and how some are different ways we prepare foods and how we cut them up to make it easier to eat. Like if they have chicken or something, then we cut it up so you're not eating this big old chunk of chicken. And a lot of that's manners reasons, but and then talk about like baby food, cutting things into pieces. Sometimes we cook our food to make it easier to eat. And then we are omnivores, and so kind of introduce that vocabulary word. We eat a variety of foods, so we have a variety of teeth to help us eat all the different types of foods. And then point out the skull again, compared to their own mouths. Humans have 32 teeth, including wisdom teeth, and most of the students in your classes that you'll be doing will have between 20 and 26, because they don't have all their teeth yet. Then we go into this big food sampling thing. I just brought a few things like fruit leather. You guys can get these, or at Costco. You can get any type of food you guys want to bring in. You could bring in baby food if you wanted to just freak them out. Suggested things are crackers, fruit leather, apples, popcorn, carrots, celery, dessert baby food. Sky's the limit. Bring in what you want. And then what actions do the teeth perform with the different types of food? So when are they using their incisors? When are they using their premolars? Like the fruit leather, they're going to use their incisors to rip it, and just discuss that and why we have those teeth. And then, or even their canines, because the canines have the longest roots and they're the strongest. And then molars are for chewing and grinding into small bits, so they're able to swallow. And then have the students hold their jaws while they're chewing all this different kind of food, and show them how their jaws work. And how do their tongues move when they bite? Like, you're just really asking a lot of questions while they're going through these little experiments with food. And then ask them at the end, you know, if we were eating all these things, how would it be different if we didn't have our incisors, if we didn't have our canines? You know, and have them even try to bite something and go in like the knot. How different it would be. So that is part one, the whole teeth thing. And then there's also another handout with this little orangutan on the front. This little guy right there, you can't really see this with the shine, but it kind of goes through the teeth, and you could use this one as well. You can use either one of these diagrams. And then part two, The main idea is for students to discover how each animal's teeth are adapted to its diet. So we're going to show the tooth type diagrams. So this is for, these are all folded up, sorry about that. But anyway, it shows carnivore, insectivore, omnivore, a deer, beaver, all different kinds of skulls. And then there's also, in every center, we copied off these, where it's going to go into great detail, all the different types, and details about them. And this one, you can discuss the different types of teeth, the incisors, the canines, the molars, and then why do some animals have really big incisors, and what might be some possible reasons for that. Why do some lack canines, others have canines? So they're looking at these drawings and they're trying to figure out why certain animals have certain kind of teeth and other ones don't. And then some have large pointy molars, others have flat molars. And what foods do you think they eat? And then the key question here is, how do animals' teeth, how is that adapted to their diet? And then you move on to the deer skull. This is a big skull that we got from the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. And we thought that it would have the bottom jaw on it, because most of the skulls do, and this one does not. And this is what this whole second part of the center is about. So, in the drawings, they have a drawing of a deer here. This one right here. You can use that, or I printed off this bigger one. And what you're going to try to notice is that they have little tiny teeth down here on the bottom and nothing on the top. And they're incisors. So they will just have to notice it from a drawing. You can have the deer skull out and have them show them the top, but we just don't have the bottom. And then ask for observations about what they notice from the teeth in the human jaw, and why does the deer not have any canines. And it's because it's an herbivore. It does not need sharp teeth, sharp upper teeth for stabbing and ripping, because it just eats plants. And it has 6 lower incisors to allow it to snip grass, leaves, boughs, while its flat molars serve to grind up vegetation as it chews. So that's the whole point of the deer. And actually you can see the incisors a lot better in this picture. You can kind of see them right there. So anyway, the drawing will work. And then, if time allows, discuss eye placement and head shape, like why are some of the eye placement on the side, why are some of them in the front, and it's all about, survival of the fittest, and a lot of animals have them on the side to have side vision so predators don't come up when they're eating, some of them have them in the front, and then...
so why do they have them on the front?
Predators have them on the front, prey have them on the side.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, why is the deer snout so long and its eyes far up to the side of its head? And the answer is long snout to be able to reach and browse, eye placement, deer to be able to watch all around while the present predator while it eats. And then how do these adaptations help the animals survive? Because this whole unit is on adaptations and why are they the way they are, so that they can survive. And that wraps it up for Center 1. So, hard to believe you could get one. And as with anything, if you're with a group of kindergartners or something, and this is like just way too much info, just take a couple things. And if you're with a 4th grade group, you may want to cover more, obviously. So you kind of fine tailor it to what works for you.
So I think this is the only center besides the snacks, and maybe you don't even want to do snacks coordinators, since they're going to have a snack in Center 1, but I know they'd be greatly disappointed. But anyway, so you have to bring in your own snacks for Center 1. We'll have a few in here for samples, but that's about it.
Oh, and then, like, if you do want to get snacks, like it's Halloween, and they have so many of these, like, little, like, gummy teeth, stuff like that.
It might be fun to do something like celery too, or a noisy snack that they can chew on. We've had that before, but it's just good for them to think of like a cow and chew it sideways, different ways to chew things. So that'd be a good option. Carrots and celery might be good. Healthy.